Endless miles, pure thrill, built to endure. We're counting 18 2000s legends that still embarrass modern bikes. You'll get tight prices, proven reliability, and rider-approved ergonomics for real roads. Stick around. One sleeper mixes lightweight, brutal torque, and decade-long durability. Because newer isn't always better. And these machines still deliver brutal, rider-first fun out there. Number 18, Honda CBF 600S. Honda's CBF 600S is a commuter calm sleeper that delivers truly reliable miles with smooth manners and practical upkeep. The 599cc inline-4 is durable and understressed, with valve service that is clearly documented and accessible. Honda parts support is deep, from filters to bodywork, and the aftermarket covers screens, seats, and luggage for added comfort. Ergonomics are balanced. An upright reach, a supportive seat near 31 inches, and neutral pegs keep knees relaxed and hips comfortable on weekday runs and weekend loops. One rider shared, "I bought a new CBF 600 SA in 2008 and loved every inch of it. In 2 years, I covered 23,000 miles with no issues whatsoever." The tank holds 5.3 gallons, and real-world economy often lands near 50 miles per gallon, turning commutes into stress-free, reliable range. Brakes respond to stainless lines and fresh pads for confident bite, while suspension wakes up with new fork oil and corrects sag for stable, smooth tracking. Used pricing stays friendly. Most clean riders list between $2,500 and $4,500. So value remains strong and durable for riders chasing dependable transport. Light knock. Styling leans plain, anonymous. The upside is cheaper plastics and easier color match finds when life tips the bike. Love simple Honda upkeep but want real weather protection? Next adds a big fairing 𝐏𝐄𝐑 Serenity and about 1 extra gallon for a longer, quieter range. Number 17, BMW K1200 GT. BMW's K1200 GT is a mile-munching express with shaft serenity and big fairing comfort that turns states into smooth, relaxed hours. The 1,157cc inline-4 is reliable and understressed, known for durable top-end health and long valve check spacing when intervals stay honest. Electronics of the era bring useful touring aids, heated grips, heated seat, cruise, and optional ESA that keeps the ride stable across changing loads. The electric screen offers roughly 4 inches of travel, carving a quiet pocket that saves shoulders. Fuel range is solid thanks to about 6.3 gallons on board, and real-world returns near 42 miles per gallon. Ergonomics are balanced and senior-friendly. Generous seat-to-peg room, a supportive saddle, and bars that meet your hands without strain. Brakes feel strong and predictable. Fresh fluid and quality pads keep feedback consistent for secure stops. Maintenance stays practical with deep part support and a community that knows these bikes well. Light negative, wait at a crawl. Parking lot maneuvers remind you this is a grand tour platform, but once rolling, it settles into a silent, stable rhythm that eats crosswinds. Used pricing typically lands between $3,500 and $6,500, making this a value tourer that still embarrasses softer modern rivals. We just did plush and loaded. Next is lighter and lean. Same reliable thrust, fewer buttons, cheaper tires, more raw connection. Throttle with us. Subscribe, like this video, and don't forget to click hype so you catch every reliable pick. We drop price-type buys, setup tips, and real-world fixes that keep miles smooth, comfortable, and stable daily. Number 16, Kawasaki Z1000, 2003 to 2006. An early super naked with attitude, this Z1000 delivers raw punch, smooth fueling, and simple living for riders who want grins, not menus. The inline-4 is durable and tractable, and the chassis feels balanced with confident turn-in that never gets twitchy at real-world pace. Parts support is strong. Consumables, plastics, and slip-ons are easy to source, keeping ownership practical and reliable. Ergonomics land in the sweet spot. A mild lean neutral pegs and a supportive saddle that keeps shoulders relaxed when the highway stretches. One rider shared, "I have one. Love it." Seat height sits around 32 inches for easy footing, and the tank holds about 4.8 gallons for solid range without bulk, a good fit for weekend loops or daily duty. Used pricing is friendly. Most clean riders list between $3,000 and $5,000, so value stays strong while newer nakeds chase electronics. Light negative. Mirrors can buzz at certain revs. Bar weights and fresh grips tame it for a quieter view and a more calm rhythm. Crave less buzz and more cruise? Trade chain for shaft? Swap high rev 4 for V-twin torque and gain a plush saddle for 2-up via comfort. Number 15, Moto Guzzi Breva, 1100/1200. Transverse V-twin charm, shaft drive cleanliness, and day-long comfort. This Breva brings reliable rhythm with classic character. Screw and lock nut valves keep service simple, and the community is deep with support for relays, grounds, and charging best practices that keep the electrics stable. The saddle is plush, the reach is natural, and the stance stays relaxed for real miles on county roads and morning commutes. Expect real-world economy near the mid-40s miles per gallon when ridden smoothly, and a seat height about 31.5 inches that helps shorter inseams feel secure at stops. Pricing remains sensible. Used examples commonly sit between $3,000 and $5,500, so you get value without chasing hype. Light negative, a hint of top heaviness at walking pace. Once rolling, the bike settles, balanced and civil, with a warm soundtrack that stays comfortable all day. Add a mid-height screen and soft lowers for a quieter pocket, and the Breva becomes a steady partner for weekend loops. Happy with the shaft ease, but want taller sightlines and travel? Next keeps stable on manners, adds ADV stance, and a taller screen for quieter shoulders. What's your highest mileage on one engine, and what small tweak made it truly comfortable for all-day loops? Seat, screen, or barbacks? Number 14, Triumph Tiger 955i. Tall stance sport. Touring with triple smoothness, this Tiger eats distance with a relaxed hum and a stable chassis that forgives rough pavement. The proven 3-cylinder mill is durable and flexible, with easy valve access cadence that keeps garage days practical. Add crash bars and bags, and it becomes a mile eater without losing nimble, confident steering. Stock screen works, but many riders go +2 to +4 inches to carve a quieter pocket and reduce shoulder buzz at highway pace. A simple swap that pays comfort dividends. The exhaust sound of the Triumph Tiger 955. The tank holds about 6.3 gallons, and real returns hover near the low 40s miles per gallon when you keep the cadence smooth and steady. Seat height is tall yet manageable with technique, and the cockpit welcomes risers for wrists that prefer a more neutral angle. Used pricing commonly lands between $3,000 and $5,000, making this a value path into upright speed and weather protection. Light negative stock wind can buffet. Screen height, angle shims, and soft lowers restores silent flow for longer days. That triple was lively. Next lowers the seat, brings ABS availability, and uses a fairing to add quiet while keeping mid-range torque for budget touring. Number 13, Suzuki GSX 1250FA 2010. Bandit DNA with a fairing and real-world torque, this GSX 1250FA slides from commuter to tourer with reliable ease. The understressed inline-4 pulls smooth from low revs, ABS was available, and service is straightforward with deep part support that keeps costs predictable. Ergonomics are friendly. A supportive saddle, neutral bar reach, and a seat height of around 32 inches that works for many riders. The tank holds about 5 gallons, and riders regularly see near high 40s miles per gallon when they keep the throttle steady. Plenty of range for a stable weekend loop. Used prices usually sit between $4,000 and $6,500, so value stays strong against newer middleweights packed with gadgets. Chassis manners are calm and planted. Fresh fork oil and a shock refresh bring sharper control without killing comfort. Light negative. When hustled on tight back roads, weight shows. Pick smooth lines and surf that broad mid-range for secure, low-effort speed. Add a taller screen and soft luggage, and it becomes a quiet, reliable traveler that shrugs off weather. Same 1,000-mile goal, different recipe. Ditch plastic for boxer character, telelever stability, and shaft cleanliness with simple valve access. Number 12, BMW R1200R. The R1200R balances boxer character with telelever stable braking and shaft cleanliness for mile-after-mile confidence. The 1170cc twin is reliable and understressed, with valve checks at sensible intervals and clearly documented procedures that many owners follow. Parts support is deep, from gaskets and cables to seats, screens, and luggage that are fit for comfort. Ergonomics are friendly. A relaxed reach, supportive saddle, and adjustable options that keep shoulders peaceful all day. Typical seat choices span roughly 30 to 32.5 inches. So many riders find a secure footing. Top speed of BMW R1200R. Expect mid-40s miles per gallon with measured throttle and a tank a touch under 5 gallons that delivers practical range without bulk. Braking stays composed. Telelever cuts dive for smooth stops, while paralever keeps driveline reactions peaceful on rough pavement. Fresh pads and fluid, sharpened feel, and modern tires add reassuring turn-in without killing character. Pricing is fair for proven hardware. Used examples commonly land between $4,000 and $7,000 when records are tidy. A note for shoppers: some early years carried servo ABS that adds complexity. A verified healthy system or a non-servo example keeps ownership and stable. We just went modern boxer, next goes air-cooled muscle, bigger bench, old-school character, and mile-eating torque without the gadgets. Number 11. Yamaha XJR 1300. Old-school muscle with 𝐏𝐄𝐑 poise. The XJR 1300 brings air-cooled brawn, mountain torque, and day-long comfort without tech clutter. The 1251 cc4 is durable and predictable, with shim under bucket valves that hold settings well and service guides. Owners praise long-life drivetrains when oil and valves stay on schedule and parts support remains strong. The stance is relaxed, wide bar, mid-pegs, and a plush bench that spares hips on long afternoons. Seat height sits near 31 inches, inviting flat footing at stops. A big tank, about 5.5 gallons, pairs with mid-30s to low 40s miles per gallon, so range feels generous without fueling anxiety. Brakes respond to braided lines and fresh pads for stable, smooth feedback, and fork oil plus modern shocks restore control on patched pavement. Heat can creep in slow traffic because fins and big cylinders hold warmth. A quality screen and steady airflow help keep riders peaceful. Styling stays timeless, and the soundtrack is a warm, civil thrum rather than shrill. Used pricing lands between $4,500 and $8,000, depending on care and originality. Love the sofa seat, but want a true weather cocoon and hard bags. Next adds full fairing, adjustable screen, and shaft durability for quiet, long range. Foam, GEL or air cushion, which seat fix kept hips relaxed past 200 miles and shoulders comfortable at sundown. Number 10. Moto Guzzi Norge 1200. The Norge wraps riders in a fairing cocoon with shaft durability and a relaxed cadence that turns interstates into smooth, quiet progress. The 1151 cubic centimeter transverse twin is reliable and tractable, with screw and lock nut valves that keep service practical and clear. Owners watch alternator output and relay hygiene. Tidy grounds keep the electric stable for years. Touring features shine. An electrically adjustable screen moves roughly 4 inches to tune a silent pocket, while the cockpit's upright triangle keeps shoulders peaceful and wrists neutral. Tank capacity sits around 6.1 gallons, and many riders see low 40s miles per gallon when the pace stays measured, giving real range between towns. Factory luggage swallows weekend gear without drama, and heat management is peaceful thanks to smart ducting. Brakes respond well to stainless lines and fresh pads for reassuring bite, and a fork service plus quality rear shock restores control over patched pavement. The chassis tracks stable 2-up, shrugging off crosswinds better than its spec sheet suggests. Pricing remains sensible. Used examples land between $3,500 and $7,000 with records. In tight lots, the mass reminds you it is a grand tourer. Once rolling, the bike feels balanced and confident. Touring suite, too techy? Step down in mass and cost. Keep leader torque, gain lower seat, and simple service for everyday, reliable miles. At number 9, Honda CBF 1000. This do-everything leader standard trades spec sheet noise for reliable pace and smooth control. The 998 cc4 is a detuned superbike heart tuned for torque, delivering confident roll-on without drama, and service remains practical with clear access to filters and valves. Owners report long mileage when intervals stay honest, and parts support is abundant. Chassis manners are friendly. Neutral steering, stable geometry, and a supportive saddle that keeps backs happy. Adjustable seat options cover roughly 30 to 32 inches, helping more riders find a secure footing at stops. Expect mid-40s to near 50 miles per gallon when ridden sensibly, and a tank around 5.3 gallons gives real range for weekend tours. Add bags and a mid-screen, and the bike becomes a quiet, relaxed traveler. Brakes feel solid. Braided lines and fresh pads bring firmer bite, and fork oil plus a shock refresh sharpen feedback while preserving comfort. The motor's broad mid-range loves short shifts, keeping wrists relaxed in traffic and sweepers. Pricing stays approachable. Used examples sit between $3,500 and $6,000. Styling runs vanilla, but the payoff is durable hardware and a ride that embarrasses gadgets. Standard composure achieved. 8-ups travel and tank size, adds crash bar-friendly bodywork, and keeps highway smoothness with ADV range. Don't hit the brake. Subscribe now and stay connected. More price-tight legends, setup checklists, and comfort mods that keep backs happy, wrists relaxed, and long miles smooth, stable, and genuinely fun. Number 8. Aprilia Caponord ETV 1000. An ADV sleeper with a real range, the Caponord ETV 1000 mixes stout V-twin character, stable manners, and reliable road manners that still feel modern. The engine is durable and tractable, and owners who mind electrics, grounds, connectors, regulator enjoy consistent, smooth running for years. Parts sources remain strong through community channels and specialists, so filters, lines, and suspension bits stay accessible. The electric or adjustable screens riders favor add roughly 2 to 4 inches of height, carving a quiet, comfortable pocket that spares shoulders on windy days. A tank around 6.5 gallons and real returns near low 40s miles per gallon make this a long-legged, stable traveler between distant fuel stops. Ergonomics land upright and relaxed with a supportive saddle and neutral pegs that keep hips happy when the route turns rough. Stock suspension can fade with luggage. A shock refresh and fresh fork oil restore control and keep the chassis smooth on patched pavement. Brakes wake up with braided lines and modern pads, giving predictable, secure bite. Used pricing stays friendly. Many clean riders list between $2,500 and $5,000, so value is real if records are tidy. Big ADV was capable. 7 cuts weight, trades chain for clean belt drive, and keeps the luggage ready, midweight tour poise. Number 7. BMW F800 ST. The F800 ST brings midweight tour poise with a belt final drive that keeps things clean, quiet, and pleasantly low mess for garage days. The parallel twin is reliable and efficient, with valve intervals that are clear and well documented, keeping ownership practical and stress-free. Seat options cover a helpful spread, roughly 30 to 32.5 inches. So many riders find secure footing while keeping knees relaxed at cruise. Expect mid-50s miles per gallon in steady use, turning a modest appetite into truly smooth range. Steering is neutral and confidence building. The chassis tracks stable with luggage, and the ergonomics keep wrists calm while the saddle stays plush for real-world miles. Stock short screens can blow air at helmet level. A 2 to 4 inch taller shield or a simple lip creates a quiet bubble that saves shoulders and necks. Brakes feel solid, and braided lines add consistent bite without losing progressive feel. Used pricing typically lives between $3,500 and $6,000, so value stays strong versus heavier tours. Add small bags and heated grips, and you have a compact, reliable traveler that shrugs off weather. Belt drive efficiency is nice. 6 ditches frills for a torque hammer. Less tech, more feel, while chassis stability keeps it honest. What windshield height in inches gives you a silent pocket without losing a clear view over the lip? 2, 3, or 4? Number 6. Yamaha MT-01. Big inch V-twin thunder in a roadster chassis, the MT-01 delivers muscular smooth shove from basement revs and an addictive, reliable heartbeat that feels like nothing else on the street. Electronics are minimal by design, no clutter, no drama, so the connection from wrist to rear tire stays direct, predictable, and fun. The frame and swing arm bring real stiffness, the geometry remains stable, and quality tires make the bike turn with surprising ease for something with this much torque. A supportive seat around 31.5 inches, a natural reach, and mid-mount pegs keep knees relaxed while the bar offers leverage for tight turns. The tank carries roughly 4.8 gallons, and riders often see mid-30s to low 40s miles per gallon, which is fair given the big cube pulse and effortless passing power. Brakes improve notably with braided lines and modern pads, giving strong, consistent bite that matches the motor's grunt, while a fork service and shock upgrade keep responses smooth over broken pavement. Used pricing usually sits between $5,500 and $9,000, and clean, lightly modified examples hold value thanks to their unique character. Mirrors can shake near certain revs, heavier bar ends and fresh grips calm the view and keep the ride quiet up top. Raw thunder excited. 5 restores weather protection, telelever calm, and a larger tank. Same low RPM ease, far less fatigue. Number 5. BMW R1200 RT. Telelever, calm, and adjustable windscreen and shaft drive ease make the R1200 RT a continent crusher with smooth, reliable stride. The air and oil-cooled boxer is durable and understressed, with valve service that is clear and approachable, while broad part support from screens to seats keep tailoring simple and effective. The electric screen offers roughly 4 inches of travel, letting you tune a silent, stable pocket that saves shoulders and keeps helmets relaxed at highway pace. Tank capacity sits near 6.5 gallons. In real-world returns in the mid-40s, miles per gallon turn long interstates into low-stress, comfortable runs. Adjustable saddles and optional low or high seats span about 30 to 32.5 inches. So many riders find secure footing without giving up legroom. Telelever limits brake dive for composed, confident stops, while Paralever keeps driveline reactions smooth in sweepers and during hard passes. Brakes respond best with fresh fluid and quality pads, and modern touring tires bring reassuring turn-in without dulling feel. Some years use servo ABS that adds complexity. Sorted systems or non-servo examples keep ownership stable and predictable for the long haul. Used pricing commonly lands between $4,000 and $7,500, delivering premium comfort and weather protection without premium payments. Love the fairing and gadgets? Foregoes analog, air and oil-cooled, simpler service, keeping torque but cutting complexity and cost. Number 4. Suzuki GSX 1400. A torque-rich standard with rock-solid reliability, the GSX 1400 turns roll-ons into easy, smooth overtakes and keeps ownership calm. The 1,398cc air and oil-cooled 4 is durable and understressed, with simple jetting and valves that hold settings, while the gearbox feels precise and long-lived under real miles. Ergonomics are friendly. A plush bench, neutral pegs, and a broad bar that gives confident leverage in town and on sweepers. Expect a tank near 5.3 gallons and real returns in the mid-30s miles per gallon. Seat height sits around 31 inches for steady footing. Brakes respond to braided lines and quality pads for predictable, stable bite, and a fork surface brings the front end back to crisp control. Stock springs and damping can feel tired after years. Refreshed shocks and fresh fork oil restore planted, composed ride quality without killing classic character. Parts support remains strong. Consumables and gaskets are easy to source, so keeping this big Suzuki ready is practical. Used pricing typically lands between $4,500 and $7,500 when records are tidy, which feels like serious value for a muscle standard that still moves with authority. Big air-cooled thrust was fun. 3 swaps to triple smoothness, sharper brakes and suspension, and a tunable screen for quieter helmets. Bar rise in inches. What kept your shoulders relaxed on long days? 1, 1.5, or 2. Number 3. Triumph Tiger 1050. Upright Sport. With triple charisma, the Tiger 1050 blends real touring speed with day-long comfort and a chassis that feels stable yet lively. The 1,050 cubic centimeters 3-cylinder is flexible and durable, pulling clean from low RPM and singing at cruise with a quiet, refined pulse. Brakes and suspension respond well to upgrades. Braided lines, fresh pads, fork service, and a quality shock turn feedback from decent to confident, while keeping ride quality plush over patched pavement. Many riders add a screen 2 to 4 inches taller to carve a quiet pocket that saves shoulders. The stock shield can flutter at highway pace. Tank capacity sits about 5.3 gallons, and mid-40s miles per gallon are common with measured throttle, so range stays reliable between towns. The cockpit is friendly, natural reach, roomy seat-to-peg space, and a supportive saddle that keeps hips peaceful. Luggage fits easily, and the triple's broad mid-range makes 2-up passes feel secure without frantic downshifts. Used pricing typically sits between $3,800 and $6,500, which is strong value for a machine that wears miles light. We just did Upright Sport. 2 trades, flick for low seat, boards, and cubic inch torque. Same highway, comfort, different heartbeat. Number 2. Kawasaki Vulcan 2000, VN 2000. Cubic inch thunder meets couch-grade comfort, and the Vulcan 2000 turns highways into easy, smooth rhythm. The 121 cubic inches V-twin is a torque mountain, understressed, cool running, and known for durable bottom-end health when fluids stay on time. A belt final drive keeps things clean and low mess, while the chassis tracks stable with luggage and a passenger. The cockpit is plush, a deep saddle, wide boards, and a relaxed bar sweep that reduces wrist strain and keeps shoulders relaxed across state lines. Seat height sits around 27 inches for confident footing. The tank carries roughly 5.5 gallons, and riders often see mid-30s miles per gallon at a relaxed cadence. Brakes prefer braided lines and quality pads for strong, predictable bite, and suspension benefits from correct preload and a shock refresh to hold composure over expansion joints. Around town, you feel mass. Out on the open road, the geometry fuses into calm, silky momentum that swallows distance. Used examples commonly list between $3,500 and $7,000, a value sweet spot for riders who want big-bore serenity without premium pricing. Cruiser Sofa achieved. One stands tall for gravel and back roads, adds ground clearance, telelever stability, and worldwide parts support while keeping long-range comfort. Number 1. BMW R1200 GS 2004 to 2009. The ADV benchmark that changed how we roam. The R1200 GS pairs boxer torque with telelever stability and worldwide support that makes ownership reliable far from home. The 1170cc twin is durable and efficient. Valves are easy to access, and service cadence is clear with a global parts web that keeps trips smooth. Community fixes, grounds, fuel strip swaps, updated regulators are well known, and long mile records stack up into 6 figures when maintenance stays honest. The hand adjust screen offers roughly 2 to 3 inches of range. Add a touring shield and you get quiet shoulders with a clear view. Tank capacity is about 5.3 gallons, and mid-40s miles per gallon are common at a measured pace. Seat options are plentiful, roughly 32 to 34.5 inches, so riders can dial in footing without losing legroom. Telelever reduces brake dive, paralever calms shaft reactions, and the chassis stays stable on gravel or fast 2-lane. Some early years use servo ABS, which adds complexity. Sorted systems or later non-servo bikes keep ownership calm. Options can be pricey, yet used pricing typically runs $4,500 to $8,000. Serious value for a platform that still defines adventure. Click the next video to keep the ride going. More reliable, price-tight legends are waiting. Then hit subscribe, like, and hype this video. We post weekly pics, setup tricks, and comfort fixes that turn long miles into smooth, stable fun.